Welcome to all the E-Type Club members, E-Type Jaguar enthusiasts. Okay, so we've got we've done the wax oil everywhere on the car. You can see up there in those panels. Obviously the water's going to sit in there. All up in the back there, you can actually see it dripping. What we'll do now is use a tissue and clean it up. It's starting to go from a kind of oily fluid into a kind of thick layer of grease almost. These ones here, these main rails down the car on both sides, what we did is we went in through the front, and I've got two hoses on this setup that I have. One goes almost to the back, and then a little handheld one with a kind of hook end on it, which I'll show you in a second. So we've gone right the way through that whole piece, and it ended up about where that hole is there on both sides, and then we used the other one, which I'll show you in a minute. You can see there where it's coming out, the wax. And obviously inside here, this one goes into the car here, and the same on the outside there, you can see. And actually where it's dripping from is actually where the rain holes are, where it would, if any water congregated, it would actually come through there. You can see nothing along the seams, and only out of that drip. So it means obviously the way I welded it and so on is perfect. Well, perfect, as perfect as I can get it. Yeah. So the next thing we're going to do now is we'll drop this lift down, and the only other, what we've done is we've used 3 full cans. We put a can in each sill, 1 full can in each of the inner sill and outer sill, plus the gussets, the strengthening gussets. And if you're not part of the E-Type Club and you're not a member, you wouldn't have seen it. But on when I rebuilt the car, basically the car was in half. It was never in half at one time, but I took a panel out and replaced the panel. But basically everything from there, oh my god, there's a scratch on it. Everything from here to here has been replaced in the car. Every floor, the tunnel, the inner outer sills, the gusset, the whole lot. So basically the only thing that was in good condition was the front and rear bulkheads, and nothing from here down. So all here is all replaced. The boot floor, everything underneath had to be replaced. All this is part of the inner sill. All the bulkheads, all these front plates on the bulkhead, they were all replaced. So it was just the front and rear bulkheads really I started with. Anyway, I'll just drop this down and I'll show you the last bit we're going to do. So it's really important to do these because it's such a, if I can, hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. If you can see inside there, it's very hard to hold the camera and do it, but right down in here, in this piece here, this is where you can get a lot of corrosion. Sometimes you don't get enough spray in there, so it's really important to do that. Hang on, if I can do it. If you can just see it down in there, you can see you get a bit of overspray. You don't get a full spray inside it, so that's really important to do that piece. And you can see that pipe hanging down. That's the rainwater pipe from here. It's important to put that in when you're doing it, and that's it. And obviously what we did was we did all the you can see over there, you can see actually where the wax oil's actually dripping out of it. So I put these in extra. I believe there was 2, and I put that extra one in the middle right next to this, all these new sections I put in. So there's one up the front, you can see it there, just there, this one and this one. So I've done both sides, and we actually did inside here as well. So everything's basically wax oiled apart from these 2 doors now, which is what we'll do now. So I hope that's of some interest to you, and I'll show you the material that I used. This is the setup. You can put this onto a body schutz or an underseal type gun. You know, the type where you just screw it onto the can. But I've got this set up here. It was about 90 quid, but I think it was worth it because you've got this one here, which is the small short one, and then you've got this long one which has got a spiral. I don't know if I can show it on there, but it's got like a spiral end on it. Yeah, maybe it'll show. Not focusing very well, this new camera, but it's got a spiral end on it, and this has a hell of a big diameter in coverage. And this was the cans that I used. So I used 3 of them, and then this is the last one, which I'll now use for the doors because it's a bit easier to operate it and get it in. And this one's got 4. You know, maybe just see it. It's got 4 on it, or 3, is it? 3 or 4. So that'll go in and use for the door. So that just shows you how much protection there's on it. Anyway, thanks for watching in, and if you like them, subscribe, and bye for now. Bye.